Welcome. Our video today is about navigating the politics of the CCO role. The Chief Compliance Officer role is often fraught with politics. While you're busy trying to align strongly with the business as a whole, you also are needing to align with the priorities of various stakeholders, some of whom may have competing agendas. You already know you need to curry favor with leaders so that they support you. This can certainly be a massive challenge, especially when there are different factions coming at each other. I know this firsthand. Hi, I'm Christy Grant Hart, and I've been in the compliance profession for well over a decade. First in private practice, then working in-house as a director of compliance for Europe, the Middle East, and Africa at a travel company. Next, I was the chief compliance officer at a film company active in 65 countries. After that, I started Spark Compliance Consulting, where I've been the CEO for the past 6 years. We started in London and have grown into Los Angeles, Chicago, and New York as well. Every day, I see the CCOs in their various roles trying to navigate the politics of the organization. And quite frankly, sometimes the politics of the organization are more difficult than the job itself. So let's talk about the challenges. There are frequently cliques at work, and that can create real problems, especially when they're fighting with each other. Power struggles with executives that know that they're becoming very important and popular versus those diminishing in power can create big challenges. Sometimes we're in a lose-lose situation where we don't have a good choice. And any choice we make is going to be bad for us with somebody. And lastly, there's the challenge of embedded roles and ideas of who people are. Some people will be hostile to you because they think they know what you're there to do. If you're changing the status quo, that can be threatening to them. Getting someone like that on side is tough. With all that said, let's talk about some solutions. The first one is to look for people with what I call soft power. Soft power is the ability to influence, the ability to garner respect, and it isn't predicated on titles. You're really looking for the people who have other people's ear, who other people defer to. Now, these people may be people with big titles, but frequently they're not. What you want to do is associate yourself with people with soft power. Start doing this by finding commonalities. Perhaps you both have children, you both have dogs, you both like the same sports team, you vacation in the same places. Any commonality will allow you to begin a relationship that you can cultivate. Once that friendship or allegiance has begun, other people will see that you are close to someone they respect and appreciate. That will create a halo effect around you. This halo effect will make people more likely to like you more. This can create more respect and esteem for you. Switching gears, another solution is to preview all important initiatives and communications with someone who is popular and who you trust. Ideally, this will be someone who's been in the company a long time. So many times I've seen chief compliance officers get excited about an initiative and think, oh, great, this is so great. This is going to be so exciting. People are going to love this. It's new, it's different. And then when they roll it out, everything falls flat. People get mad. They don't feel like it's a good idea. Listen, you don't want to rock the boat with somebody or upset them without knowing it's going to happen, right? Previewing solves this issue. Anytime you're doing something that's going to be really different, preview it and get feedback before it goes to the broader group. That will help you not get on the wrong side of the politics in the organization. Third, make sure you cultivate at least one board member friendship. This is similar to the idea of previewing internally and finding people who are respected. It kind of moves those two ideas together with respect to the board members. You want to find one who gets the importance of compliance and then preview major initiatives with them. Ask for their ideas. Ask them if they can support your resource request publicly in the board meeting. Share reports with them in advance. Doing this will really help you at board meetings. When your ally knows what's coming and they've already blessed it, it often feels to them like they're part of the initiative. That can get you through the board member politics. If you're reporting to a board, you want to cultivate at least one of those soft power friendships where you can preview initiatives. Next, observe and map alliances. Watch who is friendly with whom. Try to get a foothold by finding an ally in each of the different cliques. Figure out how you can make friends with at least one person in the different alliances. Another technique is to listen more thoughtfully. One of the reasons politics occurs is because people can get bitter or get nasty when they don't feel heard. Most people are starving for attention. So asking questions and for advice from people, and then really listening to the answer can help you bond with people. People bond with those they feel hear them. If you're navigating politics, instead of just taking sides, hear what people think and really understand why they're coming from where they're coming from and how they came to their opinion. You don't have to agree with them to let them feel heard. Another technique is to test the waters with a what-if question. If you're unsure of how someone politically important will react to something you plan on doing, ask someone close to them to tell you how the important person would likely react to you if you proposed your plan. This can be an administrative assistant, or it can be someone who has worked with the leader for many years. Leaders tend to have ways of behaving and ways of reacting. If you can float your initiative or your idea with someone close to the leader and say, listen, if I do this, what do you think would happen? How do you think they'll react if I suggest? The answer can give you real insight into whether or not you need to pivot or come up with a different way of exploring your solutions and ideas. Next, do not participate in gossip. Gossiping and speaking negatively about people in the office frequently gets back to them. And here's the thing, even if people don't hear the negative things you've said about them, the people who are listening to you gossiping will wonder what you're talking about behind their back. So do yourself a favor and avoid the gossip train no matter what. When you've got cliques that are competing with each other, try really hard to stay neutral. People will often want you to pick sides in a political battle. It is frequently useful to be Switzerland and simply not take sides. Hearing multiple points of view without committing to one of them is often better than strongly aligning with one heated choice when you are with one group and not with the other. Unless it's obvious that one group is going to win and it's worth aligning with them on that issue, don't choose sides. Lastly, when you've got a lose-lose situation on your hands, perform a which is worse analysis. If you're stuck between two people or two different groups and have to make a choice for which one you're going to align with, think about the outcome for going with one side, then the other. Consider the short and long-term ramifications on your program and on your career. Consider how your choices will affect you in the next 5 minutes, 5 weeks, 5 months, and 5 years. Then choose the least worst option. Politics is always going to be part of your career. The more senior you get, the more factions they seem to be, and the higher the stakes for getting it wrong. Politics isn't all bad. When you use some of the techniques presented today, you'll be able to not just win the day or win the battle, but you'll also be able to win the war.